Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we will be doing a comprehensive breakdown of the new Super Saiyan God Trunks leader. I am very excited to be able to just dive into this because it was one of the decks I was looking at since we saw the leader. I was like, this leader is great, and I am very excited to be able to play him. So yeah, we're gonna get into that. Just wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. This is the first video of the new year for me. I'm recording this on the first day of the new year, but it's gonna be going up on the second. And I'm just happy to have another year, another chance to pursue goals. And speaking of goals, we are still out here trying to become the best, if not one of the best content creators for the Dragon Ball Super card game that you actually watch. So yeah, we're still striving. And speaking of goals, I'm also gonna set a like goal, because every like, comment, sub helps promote the channel, helps us with the algorithm, helps grow it. So yeah, see if we can get this video, the first video of 2022 on this channel, to 50 likes, because I think it's going to be a pretty shway one. Past that, if you haven't already, think about actually like just following the official Facebook group, because it's where all these spoilers do come into play. You got the discussion group where we all talk about it. You got Universe X, where a considerable less amount of talking happens, but it's still my personal group. And you've got the Discord, where a considerable amount more talking happens. Not more than the discussion group, but like more than my own personal Facebook group. Yeah, also, speaking of Trunks, there are going to be some really spicy leaders coming up in a metal format, and that is courtesy of TCGMetalZ. Just go over there. Mr. Anderson's always cooking up nice stuff, and when you find what you like, and you will find something you like, you can use the code UNIX, that's UNIX, to get 10% off your entire order. So, hopping into this deck profile, let's take it over to Untap, and let's really get it in there. Here we are. We've got the deck list right here, and I'll explain all the choices. Reveals are kind of hit or miss for me when it comes to how I want to display them. I don't like doing them every day because sometimes you just don't have enough of a scope, i.e. when I did that Vegeta video and they came out with exactly what I felt like the deck kind of needed as a linking piece for the archetype, maybe not necessarily the deck, but the archetype. So I was kind of seeing where we could go on you know, the spoilers here, and then by the time I thought we were getting enough, that was actually all of them. So yeah, we're gonna go into a mixture of it. We will do some, you know, day-by-day coverage, but also sometimes if we just have enough pieces, we will go into videos like this. Speaking of which, we did get another secret rare. It's actually pretty flame. Secret rare on Christmas, secret rare on New Year's. This is pretty awesome. So I am very much so excited to just see what's going to be next on the horizon. So great advertisement, thank you, Bandai. So yeah, let's actually jump into this one. You guys should know what the leader does already, because that one, there was a whole video on that one. But Trunks right here, activate main once per turn, choose one black card in your hand, send it to the warp, draw 2 cards. Excellent. It's activate main, wonderful, meaning you can do it on turn 2, get his filtering in early. Awaken, when your life is at 4 or less, or there are 5 or more sand cards in the warp, you may draw 1 card, switch up to one of your energy to active mode, and then flip this card over. That's actually really wonderful. Once he flips into his significantly sexier Super Saiyan God side, you are able to swing, and he'll draw 2 on auto, and then you get to warp a card, making it the better filter, superior card design, as my friend Amani likes to say. Because you're going to be able to see your options and then remove the worst card instead of removing a card blindly and then drawing 2. Or drawing 2 blindly after removing a card of your choice. Then his awaken, or his other ability after that is just, he gains blocker and auto once per turn. When your opponent attacks a unison card you control, you're going to be able to untap so he can block it. Now the last one is he has Spirit Boost 1, black, warp a battle card off your opponent's side of the board. So we're going to go through some of the cards. This is just a filler card. Trunks, Duty of the Time Patrol. He's just the 1 cost searcher. Barely it's used in this deck, but hey. When this card gets played, look to the top 5 cards of your deck, choose 1 black sand with 4 or less, that's important, or 1 black unison card with a specified cost of 2 amongst into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Because it has specified cost of 2, that's going to limit which cards. I mean, if they ever release like another, you know, black unison, but it doesn't have a specified cost, you can't search it. But this searches a couple things. Namely SS4 Spirit Resonance and the new Supreme Kai of Time Opposing Empire that's in this deck. Next, I've got 2 Son Goku making an entrance. 1 because he pairs up well with your super combo, but he's also going to be a negate piece. And when I mean pair up well with your super combo, you guys already know this deck has the spice, Super Saiyan 3 thwarting the Dark Empire. Next, I've got 2 True Fighting Spirit. Same ratios. They will also link up with the super combos, but if you don't need them, putting these guys on board can chip away at your opponent's hand just a little bit. Putting them both on board, if you know your opponent doesn't have access to a lot of removal, will allow you to sit there and really chunk their hand every time you can negate. And against this deck, yeah. Next, you got some of the most important cards in the deck. You've got Sun Gohan challenging the Demon God and Sun Goten challenging a Demon God. Now, ratios were interesting on this one, but for the most part, you just need to make sure that you can always see one of these on turn 1, and then you probably want to be able to see another one on turn 2, or a combination of one of these on turn 1 and your unison on turn 2. So there's actually a total of 10 cards, and you just need a combination of 2 of them that aren't just 2 of the unison on turn 1, and you're going to be Gucci for what this deck wants to do. So, Sun Gohan challenging the Demon God. Basically, he's got blocker. When this card is played, send up to 3 cards from the top of your deck to the warp. Activate main. If your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno card, play this card from your warp. That's very important. This is the turn 1 play you want. You've got Goten, who has the same summoning conditions and the same come into play effect, but once per turn, Spirit Boost 1, this card gains critical for the turn. This is a very, very weird effect. Hardly comes into play because you have to be Spirit Boosting on turn 2, and on turn 2, swinging with a 1-drop. If your opponent goes first and you're swinging with a 10k, chances are they'll either out combo you, or they might even awaken if they have a turn 2 awakening. So there's a lot of weirdness with this one. We've got the super combo that we all know and love, SS Vegeta, Prince Strikes Back. We've got Pan challenging a Demon God. This is actually one of the newer cards. I really, really like it. Counterattack, play this card. Doesn't stop the attack, mind you, but permanent. During your opponent's turn, reduce this card in your hand's energy cost by 1, making this a 1-cost counter. This is the amazing part about it. Auto, if your card is a black Trunks Xeno card only, or Xeno only, basically they're just trying to make sure you're not using this in Vegex. And you choose 1 card in your hand and send it to your warp. When this card is played, your opponent can attack with battle cards for the turn unless they choose 2 cards and discard them. So it's a little topo, but it's leader restricted, and it doesn't stop the initial attack. Love it. Now we've got 3 Super Saiyan 3 Trunks challenging a Demon God. Unique, permanent. If there are 10 or more black cards in your warp, this card gains double strike. Activate main, Spirit Boost 1. If your leader card is a black Trunks Xeno card only, and you have 3 more energy, play this. Not that great, but he's filler. He's also can be aggressive for 1, so we gotta give him credit where that is due. Next, the best card in this deck, or at least one of them, SSG Trunks Power Awaken. Cannot wait to see the SPR for this baby. Deflect, dual attack. If this card is removed from your battle area, remove it from the game instead. A little caveat there, because otherwise this would get very, very nasty. Auto, when this card attacks, place up to 3 black battle cards from your warp into their owner's drop areas, and then activate main for 2 black. If your leader card is black and there are 8 or more cards in your warp, play this card from your warp. Excellent card, and we're really going to show you how it works in a moment. Next, you got the Spice Maker himself, SS3 Gogeta, Thorn Dark Empire. I don't think I need to just go into this. Union Fusion, you can fuse from your warp. He's got double strike. He warps when he swings. Very, 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 very good card. Next, we got 3 SS4 Son Goku Beyond All Limits. He's there because he's going to be half of your fusion fodder, but also 6 cost overwhelms are the sweet spot because Trunks puts back 6 naturally. And this guy can reach into your warp area and pull out a whole bunch of stuff. He can pull out for you just cards that you will want, like your Gogetas. If they get warped, you can pull them back with SS4 Son Goku. That's actually just really, really nice. You can pull back your Bardock fighting against Fates, which also come into play. Very, very nice. There's just a lot of good things that this card can do if you need to. You've got 3 SS4 Vegeta Fiend Greeting. He's just going to take away at your hand, and since you're aggro, if you're already beating them down, you can start getting away some of the cards that they want to keep, along with, you know, True Fighting Spirit potentially negating stuff too. We've got 4 SS4 Bardock fighting against Fates. I know that seems like a lot, but you're going to see why. The aggression can be nigh when this gets rolling. I still think we're going to get a black SCR that can be summoned from the warp, but until we see something like that, I think Pan is just going to be the de facto for this deck. That being said, I do think in this set we should be seeing another SCR that's black that can get someone from the warp, and then we'll have to reassess this list. Now, you've got 4 Supreme Kai Time opposing the Empire. A lot of people instantaneously said that we should be going into the SS4 Bardock. But the thing is, SS4 Bardock allows you to get swings and allows your opponent to have to kind of have a soft floodgate when they start, attacking. So that's cool and all. But you're going to find in this deck that there are times where you just really could use this card's Warp 3, whether it be to awaken, whether it be to set up for Trunks so that Trunks can actually come out, maybe you're too short or something like that. There's a lot of good times where this is going to be great. And then since your Power Awakened gets removed from the game when it's removed from the field, if you only saw one and it gets removed, you're at the mercy of drawing your other one. This deck has some good filter. However, it's just better when you can +1 your Unison and put 3 out, and then, you know, potentially see it in those 3. So the Unison, I feel like the in-theme Unison is the best Unison for it right now. That's just how I feel. Then we've got 3 Support of the Dark Empire. The new just reinforcement counter, the blocker counter. I'm so glad we finally have one, and this is awesome. It's cool that we finally have it. So let's jump into the game, and I'll show you how some of these cards just work in tandem. All right, so really all we really want is either a combination of Goten and Trunks, like 2 of them, or Goten, Trunks plus a Unison. See, right now I have everything I need. In fact, I am just going to mull that back, and depending on how aggro is, you know, we could get into a situation where it is going to be very good to have Pan opening, because, you know, like, Universe 7 is a very, very aggressive deck. So let's see if we're going first, because that's going to decide exactly 18. If I have that, I'm definitely keeping Pan. I should keep Support of the Demon Empire, but we're actually going to be going in. I'll put Support of the Demon Empire back at this point. I'll see what else, because we're going first, so the potential for aggression. The only bad part is that it really depends on the deck I'm playing against. I have 4 of each of these. There's a lot of cards, but I think since I'm going first, I want to be able to pour on the aggression. So we're going to put Pan down here. After we put Pan down, actually, let me get my life set up, because this hand is exciting. I'm going to put Pan down here, and after putting Pan down here, I'm going to activate my leader's ability to warp a card from my hand and draw 2. Okay, then I'm going to play this, and we're going to play Gohan. So now we've got a blocker on board, and Gohan's going to warp the top 3 from my deck out. So let's see, full hits. Okay, so we got 2 Sands and Supreme Kai. All right, so that's tight. My opponent's gonna go. They're probably gonna get a swing on me. That's fine. Thwarting is neat. Oh, we're gonna untap. We're gonna draw, and we're gonna see what we can put down. That Goten is actually a very, very nice hit. I'm going to charge, making an entrance. And then what we're going to do, yeah, we got a lot. Now we do need to hit 3 Sands here. If we don't hit 3 Sands here, this could be a little annoying, but we actually have, no, we need to hit 2 Sands here. Minimum 2 Sands, because of the fact that our leader still hasn't used his activated main yet. So I'm going to play Supreme Kai. Supreme Kai is going to mill my top 3. And we hit 3 Sands. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to activate Trunks' ability to banish this, my leader card. I'm going to draw 1. I'm going to draw 2. Okay, we got a charge for next turn. After doing that, what we're going to be able to do, since we just +1'd her, we're going to be able to awaken, untapping this and drawing this. And yeah, this is just where it starts getting very, very, very nutty. I'm going to, I can swing with my Unison. That's cool. I can swing with my leader. My leader's going to draw 1, draw 2, and then I'm going to banish this Trunks, remove the Trunks. Next, I'm going to tap that, and I'm going to play this. Now, actually, you know what? I'll just play, I'm not going to go critical. I might as well just play the other Gohan. Now that this Gohan's out, I do want to maintain the correct amounts of, cards out of here. And I think 10 is the magic number. We do have our secret rare in hand, so you kind of don't have to go wild with it anymore. So we're just gonna mill a full 3, and that'll be the last time we mill this game. Hopefully get our thwarting count up there. I see we removed a negate. Oh wow, we removed 2 negates. That was a little disgusting. I don't like that happened. But, oh yeah, sorry. We also get to, since we played a card, we get to uptick and we get to draw. All right, so now we got 2 blockers and we've swung 2 times. If they try to swing on my Unison, I can untap and block. If they try to swing on my leader, I can just block. I'm not mad at that. Now the real fun though comes into play next turn, because we are going to start really cranking it out. We got 3 thwartings, and but we got 2 unisons in hand, so we'll be able to just play and really start things going. I don't really need to remove anymore, so I do want a Goku though. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna swing here, and first we gotta see if we can nab a Goku. We cannot. So I'm gonna put this out here, and we have 15 cards left in deck. We haven't seen a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and we still also have a lot of life. At this point, I wouldn't give up a secret. I want to give up a super combo. But if I give up a super combo, we will be able to. I can turn on thwarting whenever I want at this point. And it really just depends on what I want to do. I could just go and play. Yeah, we actually have so many options. Like, I would rather use thwarting, but I don't have to I don't have to be uncomfortable with it. Like, I'll play this, just uptick, not removing anything. I will pay 2 energy for Trunks. Since I did that with Supreme Kai, she's going to draw a card. And then after doing that, you know, we can swing for 15. Well, we could do that beforehand, but yeah, swing for 20. This is gonna put 3 cards back. It really doesn't matter what we're doing here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna swing again with that Trunks, and it's gonna do the same exact effect again. So 1, 2, and 3. And then, you know, we get to play Fighting Against Fate. Just gonna come in, burn these guys out. And we still have the ability to play Pan. Like I said, I could force out this Vegeta if I wanted to. Since my life is so high, like if I really wanted to force it out, I could. But we don't know what the aggression is gonna be like, so I could just, on their turn, well, I may get 2 more turns, or 2 more swings. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 swings. The very next turn, if they try to swing on me, they can just get the Pan. I don't mind letting 1 attack go through. If it's on the Trunks though, that's a little unfortunate. We could put a little combo power on it, but it really depends on how much they want it to do anything. I mean, we have a blocker. That's the also nature of this deck. You can block, you can activate Pan and just block with a Gohan. Sayonara, sucker. Like, things like that. Feels pretty good. If they remove him by effect, they can remove my effect. Like, that just happens. And that's where some of this stuff will also come into play. Because if they remove him by effect, let's just say that happens, and we now no longer have access to Trunks because he's our only one. This is why the Supreme Kai is good where it's at, 100%. Because I will activate, I will swing with my leader. My leader is gonna draw 2. Trunks will probably be one of these cards because the game just wants me to have to choose between thwarting and Trunks. But what I think I would do here is I'll just remove Trunks. Like, thwarting is nice and all, but right now I could literally just remove Trunks and have a better day. I also did not charge there, so please just pretend I'm not a scrub. I would have removed Pan with that card, and then for charging, I wouldn't have charged the Goku, I just would have charged Homeboy over here. So the point is, it should be at 4 energy this turn. Sorry, I did this video a little late. But yeah, that's actually kind of where you can kind of see where this aggression is. Play that dude by using 2 energy. I'm gonna draw 1 off of Supreme Kai. And she's gonna go up 1 marker. And just the stuff is kind of cool from here. Like, with your super combos, you can use the one that specifically just pops off whenever you have 5 in warp, but it's really the format dependent. Like, if you get aggressed, then you're gonna want this Vegeta over that Goten, I'm pretty sure. But the Goten is just a really good choice too. But you can see right here, this is another turn where we're gonna get off at least 6 swings. And on top of that, if I really want to, let's see, do we have the Trunks here? So we don't have the Trunks. Yeah, comfortably I'll get off 6 swings, because we can swing with this guy twice unless they can do something about it. You're just gonna get fighting against Fated again, and he's gonna do his thing as well. So that's pretty cool. Let me go into one more game just to show you like kind of how that works one more time, and then we'll just kind of close up the video. So this time I'll go second, since before was if I was going first. Like I said, you still pretty much want the same kind of opening. Okay. So in reality, I'm just gonna put everything back, but the super combo and the Supreme Kai Unison. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So this is unfortunate, but we're gonna have a fair amount of chances to, like, we're going second, so we're gonna get another card. They would go first. I would go second, hopefully drawing into a Goten or a Trunks. Can't be that lucky. We don't want to just put out the thwarting, but at the same time, just in case we don't use an energy, I will do that. Okay, so we're gonna put that out there, and then I'm going to activate my leader effect, removing said Trunks to draw 2 cards. Look at the deck, just pooping on me. And then we'll chill, you know? They went first, they might actually get 2 swings off. It depends on how aggressive the deck is, but at least 1 swing is coming in. Next turn, drawing and not being able to utilize energy correctly makes me very upset. We are going to put this here, and we are going to turn it upside down because he can't be used quite yet, and I'm going second. Tap 2 for my Unison. And we're gonna use my leader skills effect. The setup wasn't as good here, but this deck is actually so good at filtering cards. I'm just gonna remove that, and we're gonna draw 1, and we're gonna draw 2. Cool, nice to see. I'm glad I did in that order. I'm gonna play this. And sorry, I tapped my energy out of order, but I was using my leader's activate main to draw 2. We're going to +1 this, and as long as we get 3 sands, we're just gonna pop Awaken this turn. There can be 3 Unisons left in deck and 3 combos, so there's only 6 cards in deck that could stop this from being a good setup. Perfect, that's 5 sands. So now that this has happened, I'm going to Awaken, and we'll draw 1. And then the leader swing is the most important here. So I'm going to get that swing in, drawing 1, drawing 2. Actually, that was actually I don't want to remove that super combo, but I almost caught myself tripping. Because I don't have certain cards set up here, like I don't have a Vegeta or anything, I don't want to rush into using certain effects. Like I'm gonna use this. This is going to bring out Gohan, who's a blocker. And then Gohan is going to then warp my top 3. I keep almost doing a drop. So Gohan's gonna warp my top 3. That's gonna be a super combo on the other Trunks and Gohan. That's pretty cool. So now that I've gotten that Vegeta in there, yes, I've lost a super combo and that sucks, but now that lets me know that I can just throw this thwarting or making an entrance, and that's just gonna make all the difference. Because I played that, I also get to go up 1 counter and I get to draw another card. Excellent, excellent. And after that, that's when we can swing, draw 1, draw 2, and see where we want to go from there. I could toss the Goku, I could toss the True Fighting. I actually don't know what exactly I'd want to toss this game. My options are options, so I can always just throw that back. Goku can get himself. That's tight. So that'll happen. That's 15. That's 15 on turn 2. We have a blocker here, and if they swarm us, I have access to not pan. So if they swarm us though, the moment I get down to 5 life, I can use just Support of the Dark Empire. And then the moment I get to 4 life, I can start using my super combos. And I have a blocker on board too, and if they attack the Uson even once, I untap my leader for blocking. This is gonna be a fairly good turn to defend myself. I feel very confident that I'm not just going to get like clapped. Now, I don't want to give anything away, so it would be good to charge a card that's a little less, you know, it's not gonna really get as much knowledge. But this is the turn where, again, stuff just starts popping off. Like, I am going to do this and do this and allow me to play the Trunks. Because I play the Trunks, I can draw a card. Of course, like the sequencing, I'm not really sequencing in this video, but this is how you would do things. She's gonna go up a counter. I can also +1 her again. This unison is not gonna get off the board unless they pop it. Swinging in with this, swinging in with my leader, drawing 1, drawing 2. We will set up for our thwarting by putting that one out. Yeah, so we drew 1, we drew 2, and it really depends on how, you know, explosive you want to be with the deck. I can swing twice here, put 6 down, remove 6 to play Fighting Against Fate, and swing at you 2 more times. If I feel comfortable that you will not push past my defense, I can then also tap 1 and play thwarting now that I've got the thwarting bait in there. So now you're sitting at this, and they really have to address your board. Like with 4 things over here, I can now pan you, and after panning you, I can block with my Gohan. Now you no longer can swing with battle cards, and I get to untap, and if you can't remove this guy by effect, the turn just gets even worse. Like, you have to deal with thwarting and you have to deal with Trunks, but this guy does not have unique. He doesn't even have a limit 1. Like, I can actually go 1, 2, sorry, this guy's gone. I can actually go 1, 2 to see what my next draw is. Actually, you know what? I only have 7. I need to swing with my leader first. Draw 1, draw 2, and we will remove, we don't really want to remove pan. I want to keep some defense out here. So, we can remove this Trunks. He's got to be there anyway. Now that I have 8, we can just pay 2 to play Trunks. That's going to uptick my unison again, and I'm going to draw another card. After putting Trunks up, see, look at that, that's literally just what this deck is about to do. I can swing for another 15, apply the amount of pressure I want. I can swing twice with Trunks and then remove 6 for Fighting Against Fate. I can swing another time with Trunks and put 3 in the grave, then swing another time with him and put 3 more in the grave. Then I can swing again with Bardock. And then I can swing again with these. Like, if you get to a turn like this, you can swing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 swings. All of them coming in pretty hot. And that's just kind of how this deck works. If you need to get fixed, like, you know, you're missing your thwartings, you can always play, you know, your Bardock Fighting Against Fate. You can always play your Super Saiyan Force on Goku Beyond the Limits to get them back. There's a whole lot of stuff you can do here, and I think it's just really, really cool. And I'm very excited to fool around with this deck and kind of see what it has to offer. So thank you guys for sitting with me for so long. I really, really enjoyed putting this together, and I hope you guys all like it. Thanks, and I will see you the next time you decide to join Universe X. Later.